Okay, Sunday, March 12, 2017. I want to look over 3 times Etns. Now, the reason why I picked these is one, um, if you get the trend right, okay, if you get the trend right, because these things do trend, by the way, right? If you get the trend right, you get the added bonus of the 3 times leverage. If you get the trend wrong, it'll be a misery and you'll hate these things forever. I know why some of you are drawn to it because it's a greed thing. But let's just take a look at this here. Here's just NUG, okay? I just did a quick scan of triple leveraged on here. Triple leveraged, triple leveraged. I sorted them by volume. I had to adjust. I guess I could leave a regular screen of these. That's what I'll do. Thank you, Kev. Where are we here? Save grid as. So I'll have them all and I can actually type on here. All right. Grid name 3 times Etns. All right. Wow, look at what we did. Okay, so here's just JNUG, right? Come on down, blah, blah, blah. What is this, a 30-minute chart? Came down, bounced off a line. All these are is just lines. It gets me to do something. Do I sell it here? Do I buy the bounce? You know, that kind of thing. Right, so blah, blah, blah comes on down. So NUG, short term on a 30-minute is pointing up. The support would be a happy place, okay? So what I did was I'm already long this thing, so I need to get out of it, right? We'll just call these day trades. If you get the trend right, you'll hold it for 2 or 3 days, right? So what do we have for trend? We have 1 up day, bunch of down days and 1 up day. So this would be up day number 2 then, right? So what I did is I just laid out targets at the lines. How I set it up is I set up just a single, but what you can do, and as we move forward, this says just Fibonacci numbers, 21, 34, 55 for stops and stuff, okay? So as you can see, as I adjust the price, it's the first stopping point is 21 cents higher. Your trailing stop would be 21 cents lower too, okay? Now, the reasoning why I did that was, one is that you actually have your stops put in and you have targets of just reference. First thing to point out, if you pay $10 for 100 shares, 20 bucks of it, right? So your first trade, you're just paying commissions for the first 100. All right, $10 in and $10 out on 100. Okay, so even though you're going after 20 cents or 30 cents or 50 cents, you still have to score on this thing, right? If you have like IB or whatever, and you're paying $1 for 1,000 shares or whatever, you know, then it's less than a tenth of a penny. Okay, so you have to look at that too. You say, hey, I'm going to buy it at 8, I'm going to sell it at 8.40. Well, you make 20 cents at 10 bucks 100, right? So if you're still in or whatever, and this would be your target. So what I did is I just started peeling off targets up in here. Now I will also change this around because of mine lists, I think, $6.95 for commissions or something. So I'll do that too. I'll go into the you know, I just pointed out, but I guess I should be a little more cognitive of it too, you know, because that would actually save a step for the human on the other side to actually figure that out and process this. You know, where can you break, you know, with your fees? There's an indicator to put on there. Where do I break even? And it highlights up here. You have to jump this hurdle, you know, and remember both ways. So this is 12 bucks, right? 12 bucks. Wow, it says, okay, even if I drop it down to 100, well, excuse me, $14 on 100. You know, so that's 14 cents. So it has to bang on the dots here, just to break even. For a scratch trade. Okay, what is that, 2%? That's nuts, right? So that's the first thing, okay? So first off, I know why some of you chase after these, because it's going to be, look, if you make, what is this, 50 cents? No, not even that. All right, where are we here? Happy place, 67. And we're at 16, 30 cents. Okay, so it's 30 cents. How much of that do you get? A dime if you're lucky enough to snag this. Okay, you actually bought the dip, or you added to it. Okay, lines were support, whatever. Lines are here, lines are here, lines are here, lines are here. You bought this line. You're digging yourself out of a hole even. Well, if you're, you're into here to here is 30 cents. You're only up a dime. You made 30 cents, but you only get to keep 10 of it. So be aware of all of that fun stuff too. And then what do? Do you buy back in here at 71 and go for another swing on there? Well, there's at least a plan. All right. And so that would help out here is if you get, I guess we'll give it a shot, right? What is this happy place? If it gets down to here, 72, I'll take 71. All right. So put it in at 71. All right. It's another 695. But I'll play it as 100 shares. So 7 cents, right? So we're back to this game. So I buy again, 7 cents. It's 14 cents. I actually make a third. Unbelievable. They keep 2/3. You discount, even with discounted commissions, right? They keep 2/3 and you keep a third. Yes, that's how we're going to get to that Lambo. All right. So with that, what I'm doing is I'm going to go through and I'm going to try and clean up my mess up in here. These are all the stocks. If I come across earnings or something, it's just a reference thing. I try and splash something on there. But when I come back, it's too broad. There's too much. So what I've started doing is on shares, I'll buy the stock. Buy the stock or sell the stock in threes. All right. We'll figure something out this way. For all you mathematics nuts, you can figure that out, tie it into volatility, right? The price of the stock, it'll tell you approximately how much it's going to move. So you mentally have to figure that out. If the IV is 50% and the stock is $50, what does that tell you? Your targets are, I don't think I found a percentage thing like 3%, 5%, 8%. But if you take 3, 5, or 8 a day, put that in your Excel spreadsheet, run it down for every week. You make 3% a week. How much is that after a quarter? You put in $100 or whatever. That brings us back to Forex, right? All right. So what I'll do is it'll try to be 3/4 of the stuff will try to be 3 times or that look like there's volatility in there and there's a way of making a profit. All right. And then down below futures is what I'm going to be aiming for because a lot of these 3 times offshoots are gold related or, SQQQ. Okay. There's up silver and down silver and gold and stuff, whatever. And then there's also the oil ones on there too, right? All right, but I'll go through the 3 times here. All right, and that won't take too long. I can do that. Actually, then what I do is I set it up where the orders are sitting here, and I can forward this stuff off to you, so you can actually print it out while you watch the video. And then I think then we go down to Forex, which is another thing to watch, and in my case, my only thing I should be watching. All right, so futures will pass and we'll have the stocks, but we'll just run through. So it's just 3 times. Or if I have some sort of thing, what I'm going to do is make sure I have trades, take profits and everything and stops. That's what I'm neglecting. All right. Okay, so here's my stop, right? This should be my stop. 86 and all of this. If I'm long, I'm long at 12. So I'm long at the money. So can I get a scratch trade? I can get a scratch trade, right? I mean, I can take a penny and make a profit. 1 penny is all it takes for me. And it's eventually you will get there too, but you won't get there if you're giving them 3/4 or 2/3 of the money. This looks like it's going to come down to here. And well, I slapped that on there anyway. Deal with it. Okay, so if this thing wigs out, what's up in here? 78. I know 75. So 25 automatic. All right, so I just try and, what do I have? 3 spots. So this will be Sunday into Monday. So sell. Just lines. It's all I'm doing is hitting lines. Sell. They're on there. First thing was, I don't like this. So immediately it's like, well, you're going to lose money. It's like, okay, well, put in some orders. And you'll know on the open or whatever. So does that one work? 49 and 12 is 37. All right. And then 37 minus 14 or whatever, 17. So it's $20. All right, on 100 shares, for the first sell, you get 20 bucks. All right. So the three of those are off, right? I long 75, 12. The first reaction was I don't like. It'll probably come down into here and go higher. So I should literally buy. Well, let's do that then, Kev. 75 template. 2150, blah, blah, blah. Here's the happy place. We'll say down to here, 37, buy. All right, so my buy, here it says 41. So I buy in. My take profits are already there, 21 cents, right? Yeah, I have to open this up some. It moves around, yeah. 5 ends in 5, 1905. So I'm taking 21 cents, 34 cents, and 55 cents. I just picked 75, so it's 25,000 a lot. So you could set it up to 300 shares if you can afford it. What's that, 6 grand? Okay, or half that, 3,000. There's another one, margin interest, paying 10% a year. Holy buckets! You have to make 1%. Oh, 1%, not a problem. I'll do that. Just a plan margin, right? All right, so it'll probably come back to there. I have an order, and I'm moving on. Dust. Don't have anything. Do I want to have anything? Looks like it may bounce up to here. So it should set an alarm. Wake me up before I go. All right. Oh, it's trading actually down here. So do I buy the dip? It's only been going up. It's been going up. Do I buy the dip? It's here and here. So what does this say? On a 30-minute chart, dust has somewhat of a bounce. All right. So if it goes from 38 to, we'll just say here, 38, 76, can you make money? At 75 cents. Can you make money on taking a quarter or 50 cents or 30 cents? Then you break the trade down even farther than that. If this is, and then what is this though? As you know, you look at it at a daily. Where are we at? Some sort of monkey muck bottom. On a daily, it's saying to sell. All right, so it would mean we'd go back long gold then. These are the stocks, but we'll just kind of lean. We'll give it a 60 or 70%. All right, so if dust comes down, gold goes up, right? An influence of 70%, the underlying commodity to the stock. So the weekly is down. Well, it's going to cross. It's a pretty good bar. So anybody who wakes up Saturday goes, okay, I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to try and get out on all of this. But we'll know more Monday, right? We played this game, last week? Oh, yeah, just hold it over the weekend. Gold will, gold will move it up. And it didn't. Was it JNUG? Went in and got the greed. Told you to hang over the weekend. And that was because of, I thought gold would be up, and it was like whatever, $6 or $8. Okay, so here's Friday. So you're in on Friday, or you're in last week, or let's just say last week. So where's this at? Monday? Here's Monday. So here's Monday. So this was, Kev said to hold it over the weekend. Okay, and I'm long 125. So I need to get out of some of this. 25 is good. How to do this? Sell some here. 676 for JNUG. I'm going to sell some there. Sell some on these lines. I'm just selling some on the line. I'm long the stuff. It's a planned stand. I just hit lines. I'm just hitting lines. Sell. Sell's rolling over here on what, an hourly? Okay, so here's Monday. So Monday, here's where we're at. So I need to make a little bit more for holding over on Friday. This is where we bought or something, right? Down in this stuff here. And the only reason why the buy came in is because somebody wanted to buy up here under 9 or something. All right, so now under whatever 6, where are we at? $6. Why didn't this move it back? The volume's supposed to be down below. There, take that. Okay, weekly, 30-minute. All right, so there's Friday. So Friday got in on JNUG, right? Whatever it was, Thursday, Friday, kept us hold it over the weekend because it comes all the way up to here. Gold opens higher, but this doesn't work and falls apart. So you have to come back through again. Now you're looking for buys on this thing. The average down, I think I wrote about. Like I said, the only reason why I looked at JNUG long is because somebody wanted to buy it under 9. That wasn't my plan, Stan. Remember, happy place short. We won't go into that. All right, so now we have JNUG going to over the moving averages. Maybe we'll get a swing up to 695 or $7 on JNUG. That would probably be what I'm aiming for. Look at this. I have some. Here's some, here's some, and here's some. How does it look even closer? Where do I turn a profit yet? 556. So I have 556. So down into here. So I'd have to buy more to support it. Or if I sell some, get an opportunity to buy some. Do I want to buy some at here? 567. I'm trying to get out and but do I buy on, I'm given an opportunity. These are crossing over. It's just 30-minute. Here's MACD, whatever. Stochastic every hour, The other thing is some of you are at work. So what I'm doing here is just laying out some sort of plan, Stan. You know what? This is JNUG. I'll buy some down in here. 67 year I was born. Buy. I need a triple on here. I want to go a little bit farther here. There's a $3. That's too much. 55.89. Does this work? Let's move around. That works. Okay, so 89. Okay, so if I get a shot at this down in here, I'll buy it. So what I'm doing is I'm buying. Well, moron head. Come on. That'll work. There, I'll mess up your sheet. Okay, so what am I doing? It's just a plan. I'm buying a red line, whatever. It looks like it'll be overhead. It's support. You have to come in and support it, whatever. Okay, and my targets to get out are already laid out. Okay, they're chained together. So if I pull this back, my orders move to, or my take profits. Now I can also adjust them. What happens if they're off? I can pull and move these around too, just like with the trailing stops. It's like, oh, those are pretty deep. What happens if I just say right here? Then does it get me out in the morning? Pre-market open, somebody throws in a bid for a penny and triggered my shit. You have to stay up on it. We all make these errors. Grab a notebook and start filling up all your errors. All right, so JNUG. So we have a deal. Aim, if you're long, I'm going to aim for this, and it should be good, right? But Kev, what happens if it continues to go higher? Well, all right. Daily's turning. What about the whole FOMC? I don't care. I don't care. Does this say FOMC on here? No, this says JNUG. And what's it doing? It's going higher. So that thinking of, well, they're going to raise rates. What's this 650? 650. Here's the line. Here's a moving average line up here, 681. All right, find one thing and follow it. It's going to cross. Well, it's, geez, we were in here, right? It's daily, all right? Coming through, right through in here, right? Get long in here. The only reason why is because somebody wanted to buy as this was falling. I wouldn't have looked at this. I had to wait, but so eager. I had to wait. I had to somehow deal with this for 5 days before it turned. Now I'm trying to get you out of and if you bought up here, now what? Then you have to average more down here, which is a no-no. dig your, well, I got out of that one. I won't do that again. Yes, you will. It's in your nature. You will continue to do this. If you are doing 30% winners, or so, you need to do the opposite. It's just pure mathematics. If you want to buy, you sell. If you want to sell, you buy. You right? If you're mathematically, right? If you do the opposite, now you're 60% winners and 30% losers, right? It's pure math. Well, I risk $50 every day. Okay, so you risk $50 every day, but I lose every day. Okay, then do the opposite. That's what the mathematics. There's only 4 things you can do. In this case, we're doing a minus in front of it. Flip your monitor upside down. It's just that simple. It's, all right, so SPXU. Some of these are beginning to turn, but percentage-wise, you have to be very careful here, because all of a sudden, if it goes up 3 days and then has one really big down day, okay? Because remember, this is a momentum deal. What do we have here? Like this here, set up here, where it comes on through and then a huge takes out multiple. It makes a new low. So it goes up to multiple, what is this? August, September. This is weekly. Comes through here and then takes out months. So same thing. We get an up move this week or whatever if stocks come off or whatever. But a lot of these are bottoming out after X. Oh, but Kevin, it's been for 9 years. That's right. And it's like, what did I sent one, or I have one on TVIX. All right. Well, but Kev, I know. Just bear with me, as they say. All right. So let's think about this one. All right. How about this? We just watched this one stock. We all can agree we'll just watch this one stock. And you want to try to take the bell curve of something. So let's see. Can we make any money off of this? 429 to that's 70 cents, and at 10 cents, 20 cents, that leaves 50 cents. Jesus. So that's 10%. So you want to buy this thing. So what did you have? You had 2 weeks or so, 13 to 27, 1 week. So you had 1 week up. Halfway through March, do we have a bounce yet? Or you can go the other way on this one. Find the other ones that go the other way. But if there's a shot here, all right, in this, where are we at? 4 hours. If it comes down here, begin to get math again. What's this? 85, Gazawi. And this is just a 2-timer. You have to wait for it. Nothing's turning. The only thing that's going on is it's on the line. But the deal was, you watch this all month. Here's you buy 1,000 shares or so, you get some sort of reversal. It hooked twice here. The second time is did it cross the moving average? No. Gave you a signal, but didn't cross this moving average. Well, you're still good for another, 30 cents? Where are we at with the moving average here? We're at the top. We're right at the top. It's right against the top. So what's your risk here? Your risk is that, what do we have, 12 cents? Or what's the downside risk? 6, and we're at 12 cents here too. So if you buy this at 12, or you buy at the low, what happens if you get a double bottom? 1,000 shares, and you make, what did we say, 40 cents or 60 cents or 80 cents or 18 cents? What was it? Was that the spread here? 12 cents, I think it was, on 1,000 shares. Well, that drops, but you got to thread the needle, right? The greed doesn't, it's 2 ways on the greed. You get the greed right, you get the trend right, then the greed comes in. If I said, what do you have? Once a month you can do this. And you take over whatever moving average this one is. We're resting on it. You come back through again. You go to the upper ones or something, or up to here. What do you have? It clears 18 and goes to 67. 50 cents on a $5 stock. So if you can make 12% a month, you know, once a month, that's all you have to do is just have to wait for this. Wait for it to clear the moving average or whatever. You cleared the moving average here, whatever, put the stop down here, you lost. You know, but the deal is find one thing. I mean, if you make 12% a month, you can go pro. You know what the biggest headache is going to be? That you do nothing, absolutely nothing for 21 days. You go through the whole thing of going in and taking a shower and putting on a suit and going in there and sitting there day after day after day after day after day after until you get this in. All you have to do is put a resting order in on the moving average, right? That's what we're trying to work on. Find one thing and master it. Fast. What's this, weekly? That doesn't look good. And it's rolling over. So what is this? Bull. So what do we have then? If we're a bull on the financials going into FOMC and we're beginning to cross, we had the buy the rumor, sell the news, right? So we're going to stick it to them then, right? The underlying, their mental says, well, they're going to raise rate. This is going to be good for banks. We'll see on Friday. What do we have? How about this one? What's this say? 51 and change? 51.11? Okay. I am fast put at 52. What's this number? 51.22. So punching fast for fun and games. 47. That's freaking hilarity. 5 days to go though. So a 62 put, you know, you just put it in. Doesn't go that far. Are they going to kick it out? Here's a 51 put. We'll do a 51 put. It blows through the top on a Friday. What for 15 cents? 51.30. That's a new high. 15 cents. Good till cancel. So I'm buying a fast put. Now here, follow me on this one for thinking. This is how this works. Besides just, I'm wrong. I'm outright wrong. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to be outright wrong. We're going to have a triple hook on here. One first sell signal, second sell signal, and stochastics. This is weekly, by the way. So you're getting sell signals on the stochastics. Okay. We trade above this. And on what do FOMC is Wednesday, Thursday, run it through hires. You know, oh my gosh, we're going to raise rates a bunch of times then. And these things just take off, right? They may all pile in 150 million shares or something, billion shares piles in this thing on Wednesday or Thursday. I'm buying a put on the opposite side. I mean, even if it comes back, what did I just say? 47 from 51 is $4. I spent $15. It's just there. Maybe that will be my lottery ticket insurance money or whatever. But moving on, we had a plan. You know, we're getting sell signals on the weekly. You know, they're getting up there. Go to a daily. You know, we'll go to a 4 hour. You know, this is a bull flag. ADX is turning up on a 4 hour. You know, maybe ACD is going to cross here, so maybe it comes up to this way. It gets a running start into the FOMC, right? You know, that's just the plan. Maybe you have a head and shoulders going on here. And the post-Trump speech was it. We come back through here, that's going to turn, it'll be 44 in a hurry. That will really mess up the people who are in this thing, right? If you come back through this guy here. So how do we take advantage of that? Well, we should have a resting sell. We'll just put an alert. It comes back through here. It's going to go back to these see, broke through the moving averages and came back even as quickly as, you know, same type of deal. It was above the moving averages. Finally cracked it, you know, went sideways and started barreling through these moving averages. It comes back through. It'll drop down to here. Think about that one. Now you're back into February. You know, financial stocks are at a 2-month low. That wouldn't work for people's psychology. TNA, this one's rolling over. It comes through here. It's in trouble. I'd line it up the lines, though. The moving average, this one is going to be resistance for now. And then these are going to be support, but you may have a target like this. What are the dots down here? 82 from 101. This is a weekly. What about this? We'll just say it's this. 95. Seven more points. Now what's that? 6 to 8% drop. We'll say this week and be kind about it. 4% drop. Or what happens if it goes higher? Take a look at the daily. Back into the media area. EDX is turning up, so it's beginning to like the downstroke. Maybe this is a bear flag. Turning up here, you know. But it comes back through here. Now we're talking November, right? Our little breakout. This is going to be the breakout. This is going to be the breakout. Came back in, came out. This is bad news, right? Quietly, this is bad news. You come right through here on your TNA or whatever, this thing's it's going to turn ugly. You're going to start talking about being, you know, well, Russell stocks are at a 6-month low. You know, 6-month low, where the hell have I been? You know, you find one thing and you follow it. Well, I mean, you want to, if this is a bear flag and you buy an option, you may score $4,000 on here. What happens if this falls over 3 weeks? It collapses. Everyone. It's like you blow an air in a balloon, you blow an air in a balloon, and then you let it go, and it flops all over the place. Every equal and opposite force or something, right? Here's the other deal. Remember, the TNA, that's an ETN, kind of like a mutual fund. Unless people sell, these guys don't sell. Their deal is to be in. Unless Ma and Pa calls up and says, hey, get me out. This thing can flop around. Maybe they're all like, hey, I know this is coming. I'm going to buy. You know, I listen to what Kevin has to say, and he says we're due for a little bit more, and I'm only 36, and, you know, he says I'll be in my 40s when the market peaks out at, you know, he says this thing's going to double, so I'll just go to work and plug money into my IRA and buy this thing. Maybe he switches out of it, goes into something, just sits in cash. Collects nothing. A lot better than losing it, right? Gotta have a plan. You know, you see these guys who are traders, and they're not sitting around in ball caps, right? You have to be on your game, and it's in between your ears. You know. All right, SPXS. So a lot of these, like SDS, DXD, what is it, QID, and all these bearish type deals, right? They're gonna get a couple of hooks here on a weekly. Has it worked? Well, whatever. You got a 2-week bounce. You got a little more. I don't care. The deal is you just watch them. If you're not watching, it doesn't make any difference. But they're going down. Yeah. Well, there you go. You know, God forbid it goes from 17 to 24 in 3 weeks. I wouldn't want you to make a third. Find 4 things. Find 2 that go up and 2 that go down, and whatever. Okay, 63. And then, of course, you guys are going to want something that's a $10 deal. So we'll go through that right now. TQQQ. Yeah, look at that. Tasty, huh? Does look like it has some more to move up, though. The ARX oil. Well, we'll go through some other stocks. FAS would be the opposite of the other one, right? What is this? How much is this? 18 bucks? 4-hour chart. So we're getting kind of some sideways action here. So we may be interested in buying under 18. There you go. Buy under 18 and sell at 21. How about that for FAS? There's a quick one for you. I could do that all day long. Buy under 18. Your stop is 17. Actually, you need to be stopped in at 18 and change. 18.20 is where you're at. Buy at 18 and sell at 21. You know, down here, you're basically buying the double dip. All right, if there is one, Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll see. Here, what do I need in this thing? I'm not in this thing, but now I am. I need $3, right? buck and a half, 2.5, 3.5. And I said double bottom. Happy place down to here, 1790, buy under 18. That's what you said, Kev. Can I do this 3 times? Buy, and buy. This is just so I stay focused. Buy. 1766. So that's all within a 50-cent period. Okay, so for fun and games. So 50 cents. So another 50 cents for a stop. You know, like a dollar stop here, it'd be 17 and change. Okay, this is 5 minutes. That's too quick. All right, so I just laid out orders on the lines. Okay, maybe I'd be interested in buying this. I already have, you know, buy under 18, sell at 21. Well, here's a buck 40. Here's 3 inch. It's there. We're just watching this thing. You know, if it hits, I get printouts. Technically, my stops. It's a 1-to-1. I'm risking my profit is equal to my stop. See what happens. Fast. We'll watch it and see what happens. Pro TMV. This one's turning up. This one. As 20 years go higher, as rates go higher, this one goes up. This one has options, so you can do buy rights on this thing. Okay, but it's a 20-year, so it's not the front end that we're looking for. Like say, what's it, DTUS? Is that it? Yeah, this is front end stuff when we raise rates. So this one is, what's this, 27 to 32, so $5, 16%, whatever, you know. And then what is it, DB US? No. Fivers, DF, BS. Barclays, 5-year Etns. What is this, a weekly? So from 24 to 32. So $8 on the thing. That's the front end stuff. I don't think it gets played well because you just go to the futures market and make the money, you know. All right, so and those are 2 timers. So I'll have to look at that. Here's oil, bear. So the thing in oil is bounced around. Usually when you get a lot of volatility, things begin to mellow out, right? Came down a lot of, this is weekly though. So you had a lot of movement in this. Yeah. So, you know, like, you know, to me, the easy thing was down here. Now you're working on, it's just going to continue higher. And these are just the energy stocks. You know, what about USO or whatever? You know, find one thing and stick with it. Like I said, I'm sticking with the 3 timers just because they fit the 28 slots I have on my charts. They're 3 timers. I get a, you know, pre-done list, and they get some activity. So what I'll do is every day, you know, most of you have to buy, right? You don't have the whole short capabilities. So you have to buy a shorting stock, right? And that's where you're going to make your monies. You know, like NUG or whatever. I mean, let's go back and take a look at this. You know, the turn in 15 or 6 from 15 to 16. Come on, you know. All right, NUG went from $4, you know, up to 34, right? What does that say? $4, 900%. Okay, what would it take? And then oil went up 40%, right? But these are the stocks. So what about if the Dow falls 20%? And we already saw the Russell, whatever, you know. What is that one? RMF? No, RM. Oh, what is it? Not RMD. I actually already have it. Oh, there's TZA. All right, so TZA in a weekly, EDX is way up there. Went sideways. We're getting turn on here, right? So now we're back to TZA. I don't like TZA. I've lost lots of money on it. That's fine. How about you make lots of money on it and you remember that instead of not playing it? All right. 4 times. Okay, so we get some sort of pullback into here. So what do we have for range? We have $17. We have $19. So you buy under 18 and a half, 18. I already have some of this on here. All right, it's a 4 hour. What's a daily look like? You know, what happens if it comes halfway up? 23. So from 19 to 23, that's $4. There's a $4 on 18. You know, and what happens if you snag it? Moving averages come behind you. Here's a moving average. No moving average come behind you. You're not out. You may get sell signals, but it doesn't come through the moving average. You may already be in there from up in here. You know, we followed this down. Here's a high, here's a high, here's a high. You know, maybe you put some highs here and whoops, I got stopped in. Now it got painful. You know, if it comes through here, I'll buy it, and it does. You realize, hey, I'm here. Then it comes back against you, makes the new low. What happens? Double up. How about this one? You get stopped in. You say, you know what? What is it? 50-50 that it goes back and retests. Put a buy down here. You're getting in on it, and helps supporting, and it's going your way. So now it says 9 days later. 1, 2, 3. You're working on your second week. All right. You're working on your second week. All you have to do is find one thing, and follow it. So now it's gone from under 18 to 19, and now it's like, hey, maybe I should think about this. Yeah, just go ahead and send me $2, and I'll tell you when it's $1 back. You know. Gap area here. There's this one, Success and Tech L to go along with the Tech one. Just grab the highest ones and wait for them to crack, right? The hottest sectors become the weakest, right? Go take a look at your NVIDIA. How's that working? You know. So it can happen to the other ones. So Success and Saxel, right? How about this for a play? It comes down here, it comes below it, it doesn't hold. We know it blasts through the other side. So here's an $8 stock, it goes to $8.80. Here's 80 cents. If it comes through here, 808, it'll probably blast to here's 862. So here's 10%. You know, what do we know? When you have a sideways, you break through it. What happens? It comes down, retests it, comes down, falters. If it comes back through the other way, this is no longer a ceiling, you know, and I'd expect it to blast through the other end. But here's the trend lines, right? Maybe this is just walking down the center line. That's fine too. Then I know where it's headed. You know, what day? Okay, so it'll be, where are we at? Sunday, Monday. So this is midday Monday. You know, maybe the market's up Monday. Oh, the FOMC, you know, well, no, just walk it all the way down. Some of these lines will cross. Here's Wednesday. You know, what happens before FOMC comes to here? It goes to 737 and then goes to 902. You know, let's walk on the median line down. It's a 1 hour. Well, what if it comes the other way? You know, it could come to 902. You know, we only looked at it for being, where was it? This area. There's more of them up here. But tough. Look, you know, like I said with the JNUG and the other ones, if you get the trend right, you come over, you know, do you want to sell it? Sell half off up in here or something. Or hold it. You know, if this is sideways, put the box up in here. Now you're doing 9 something. That's $2. You know, and then you say to yourself, holy buckets, this stock market looks in bad shape now. Maybe it comes all the way back down to here. It loses 10% or 11% one day. I'd probably buy. Sell off half here and cross your fingers that you can buy here the following day, because you're going to do this is timing. This is called market timing. Everyone gets involved up in here. You're just like, okay, I'll sell off half. Or figure out a math system. You get 980 and you want to buy it back at 912 or 920. Figure out some math. You sell 67% here, and here you buy 75% more. Whatever. Do the math. Huh? There's math in this too, man. Huh? What? Not 100 shares. Buy another. Sell 200 and buy 200. Yeah, but you could buy 250 down here, right? Or 200 and whatever. Huh? What? There you go. There's something for you. I have X amount of shares. I want to sell it here and buy it back here. How much would this? So I maximize the amount of shares that I buy down in here. That's you do. Say it comes blasting through here, closes up in here. The following day, we come on down to here at $9. You buy it, and the stock market falls apart, and this thing takes off running. My God, you say to yourself, am I going to make 8 or 9 bags on this one? Probably, if it goes that way. We'll see, right? We're going to know this next week if this stuff just continues to walk its way down, which it has been for whatever, or if we actually start shaking the trees. Like I said, a lot of these oddball ones here are beginning to just, the computers are going to go, you know, man, you're pressing your luck. My weekly stochastics and MS and all this are given buy signals, and the human overrides it because it's like momentum deal. It's like, look, until you cross over, you know, whatever, my dots, it's just going to continue lower, whatever. Some of these real estate ones were out of whack. Yin, China bull, China bear, yin and yang. Same type of deal weekly. You know, you're getting across here. What did it do sideways? Not much. A couple of bucks. You know, but the deal is find one thing. We'll find one thing and all agree to it. This is kind of cool here. This is the opposite. This is SOX L. Ooh, gosh, you come back through here, SOX L, do it. 73. 73, it'll fall down to 68. Ah. All right, alert goes below. Okay, so 73. So I want to try that again. So that's a SOX L. SOX L. It has a 5-day put. I say 73. Okay, 73 put. If it goes through 73. So I'll put in a 73 put that's good for 5 days for, I don't know, how about 15 cents? You just put in any amount. If you get hit, what are you going to do? I should be putting this on with my thing, right? I put it in at 10. I just put 15. It's 15 bucks. All right. It's going to be maybe $1 an hour of fun. How much is it to go to a movies? You know, how do I make money off of this one? Go to cancel. It doesn't give me the price. Well, you'll see that, and we'll get it all figured out here. Yeah, it comes through here. It probably comes zipping down here. Oh boy, I can't wait for the machines to open up. Here's our trend lines. So that's the median. So that's basically it, just walking the median up. ADX is turning up, that's fine. Oh, 73, but if we go higher, we can adjust it. You can adjust your put, Kevin, because then it would only be a retest here at 74. Now we'll see. UDOW, see, a lot of these are buried, but they can continue on. You know, what happens if on a monthly? Now look at some of these things on a monthly. TMF, that was one for bonds. So here's bonds, okay? If we decide to run back into bonds, these are bulls, right? So this is the high up at here at 32, and we're at 17. So there may be a bounce in here too on some of this stuff. If the stock market should fall apart, what's this? 1520. Control cancel. Oh, delete. All right. Maybe down into here, right? Yeah. All right. I just picked a happy place here. I'll adjust it. I don't think it'll come to this right away. But this is just if it breaks through the bottom, it comes down, it snags it. What happens if you get divergence? This is, weekly. You come on down, all of a sudden there's a full reversal for whatever reason. If the stock market crashes, do they still raise interest rates? How bad? Think about this one for a scheme. You crash the stock, or you shake the tree, and they don't raise rates. Just think of how many more people are going to lose on top of that. And you know who's going to get all the money? The dealers in that. Oh, wow, that was just crazy that this happened over in Paraguay or somewhere, and the market tanked. It is, well, we're being data dependent, so we're going to wait a month, and the thing starts screaming. They go, oh, it was a one-off event. We're going to raise it twice. It's all good. All right. I'm sick of sell too. All right. So you get the gist of it. Put in some sort of orders, DRV. That one's turning up, but I don't like it. Texel. This is the other one. Oh, bear flag through here. This is a happy place. If you lose the happy place. Oh, but that was 67. All right. So this is for first video, and we'll go from here. More charts. Pad of paper. Go get a pad of paper. All right. Should I send this to monitor? Working orders. Print. All right, where's print? Print now. Print preview. One page. It says one page. Font size, sure. Print.